Whisper of the Heart, Part 3, Crossroads of Tomorrow. The sun was higher in the sky now, casting soft golden light through the windows of Alice's cozy home. The warmth of the day had settled into the room, yet a quiet tension lingered between Alice and Jack, left over from the weight of their conversation. As the morning unfolded, Alice busied herself in the kitchen, her hands moving mechanically through the motions of brewing coffee, but her mind was far away, lost in the unspoken words hanging between them. Jack sat at the small dining table, watching her. The silence, once comfortable, now felt charged, as if they both knew something needed to be said.
Alice, about what we talked about last night, and this morning, I've been thinking. You asked if it's ever too late to change things. What if we're standing at one of those crossroads right now?
A crossroads? You mean like a point where we have to make a choice about us?
Yeah, about us, about where this goes from here. I can feel it, can't you? That shift. Like we're both standing on the edge of something, but neither of us knows what's on the other side.
I feel it too. It's like we've been walking this line for years, never stepping over it, but now it feels like there's no turning back, doesn't it? Question: do you think we're ready for whatever's on the other side of that choice? A. Yes, sometimes you have to take the leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. B. No, not yet. Some things need more time to settle before we decide. C. Maybe. It depends on what we're willing to risk to find out.
Answer C. Maybe. It depends on what we're willing to risk to find out. I don't know if anyone's ever truly ready, but I think it's about what we're willing to put on the line. Every choice comes with a risk, and the bigger the choice, the bigger the risk. It's about whether we're ready to face whatever might come next, knowing that it could change everything, for better or for worse.
And what do you think we're risking, Jack? What's on the line for us here?
Everything, I guess. Our friendship, the way things are now, but also the chance to find out if there's more than we've allowed ourselves to imagine.
The coffee sat untouched between them, the steam rising lazily from the cups. The morning outside was quiet, the distant hum of life beyond Alice's home seeming to fade into the background as they both sat, lost in thought. Neither wanted to be the first to speak, but the weight of their unsaid emotions pressed in, demanding to be acknowledged.
Do you think we've been holding back because we're afraid of losing what we already have? Or is it because we don't believe we deserve more? Question: do you think fear or doubt holds us back more when it comes to love? A. Fear. We're afraid of losing what we already have. B. Doubt. We don't believe we deserve more than what we've settled for. C. Both. Fear and doubt are two sides of the same coin when it comes to love.
Answer A. Fear. We're afraid of losing what we already have. I think it's fear more than anything else. We've gotten so comfortable with what we have that the idea of losing it terrifies us. We tell ourselves it's enough, that we don't need more, because the risk of reaching for something bigger might mean losing everything, and that's scary, too scary sometimes.
I've been scared too. scared that if we crossed that line, if we tried for something more, and it didn't work out, we'd ruin everything. But now I'm starting to wonder, what if we're not giving ourselves enough credit? What if we're stronger than we think?
A bird's song floated in through the open window, momentarily breaking the tension between them. Alice stood up, moving toward the window, letting the breeze cool her heated thoughts. Jack remained seated, watching her with an intensity she hadn't seen before. The moment felt fragile, like it could break apart at any second, or solidify into something real.
Do you think that after all these years, we've been waiting for permission, from ourselves or from each other, to take that risk?
Maybe. Maybe we've been waiting for a sign, something to tell us that it's okay to take the leap. But maybe the only sign we need is right here, right now.
And what do you think we should do? Should we take that leap, or are we still waiting for something else? Question: do you believe in signs, or do we make our own choices, regardless of what the world tells us? A. I believe in signs. They help guide us when we're unsure. B. I think we make our own choices, and we have to take responsibility for them. C. I believe in both. Sometimes the world gives us hints, but we still have to choose.
Answer: C. I believe in both. Sometimes the world gives us hints, but we still have to choose. I think the world gives us little nudges sometimes, small signs that point us in the right direction. But at the end of the day, the choice is still ours. We can follow the signs or we can ignore them. But whatever we do, we have to own that choice. No one else can make it for us.
I think I've spent so much time looking for signs that I forgot the choice was mine all along. Maybe the only thing that's been holding us back is our own hesitation, our own fear of making the wrong move. But what if we're already standing at that crossroads and we just haven't realized it?
The room felt warmer now, the tension easing as the conversation deepened. Jack stood up, moving toward Alice, his footsteps deliberate but unhurried. They stood by the window together, the morning light casting long shadows across the room. Everything felt clearer now, sharper, as if the weight of their uncertainty had begun to lift.
Maybe we don't need a sign anymore. Maybe the fact that we're having this conversation is enough. We've already come this far, Alice. Maybe it's time to stop hesitating.
And what happens if we fall, Jack? What if we take that leap and we don't land on our feet?
Then we catch each other. Isn't that what we've always done?
I think I'm ready to find out.
So am I.
And with that, the crossroads they had been standing at for years finally disappeared, replaced by a single path, one they would walk together, come what may. And so, at the crossroads of tomorrow, Alice and Jack chose not to turn back, but to step forward, hand in hand, ready to face whatever the future held together. 5 words related to the theme of Whisper of the Heart, Part 3, Crossroads of Tomorrow.
Risk, the vulnerability that comes with opening oneself up to the possibility of both loss and reward in love. Choice, the pivotal moment when one decides to act, shaping the course of a relationship.
Hesitation, the pause before taking a leap, driven by fear of the unknown. Leap, the bold step into the future, embracing the uncertainty and potential of love.
Trust, the belief that no matter the outcome, there is someone there to catch you when you fall.